Good afternoon, Mrs. Brown.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
So this is my small office, but you may have a seat.
Thank you.
And how was your trip over?
It was not bad. There wasn't too much traffic.
No. Okay. Well, if I didn't introduce myself, I am Felix. How are you doing again, Ms. Brown? I had a little bit of time to look over some of the information that you had filled out up in the front. I recognize that you were here about a year ago, so you may be familiar with our services, are you?
Yeah, a little bit. They gave me a copy of my worksheet I filled out, so I have it here too.
Okay, great. Well, I like to start things off a little different, and again, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Pelic, and I work here at the Department of, I intern here at the Department of Social Services, and I just like to go over again, reiterate our privacy policy today, which I'm sure you're familiar. It just simply states that if there's a threat to self or a threat to anyone else, then as a mandated reporter, then I would have to report that to the proper authorities. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I understand that.
Okay. Now, again, that's generally what we have to say, and I just want to just reaffirm that with that rule, all your information here is protected. I wouldn't share your information.
Oh, you wouldn't share with anybody?
No, besides my supervisor, if we need, and if we have to refer you out to another agency, then only the information that is relevant will be sent to them. Okay? All right, and again, here at the Department of Social Services, we provide help to individuals, families, sometimes even groups. Our mission is to help people just achieve their goals. And again, I would like to tell you a little bit about myself. And generally, what I do, I'm a visual type person. How about yourself?
I am visual too, actually.
Okay. Well, for me, I am very visual, and I had created a map of my social settings. I guess that would be a great word. So I want you to take a look at this and tell me what you see.
I see that you're married with 4 kids, and you intern at the Department of Social Services, like you mentioned before. Mm-hmm. You're getting your bachelor's. What are you getting your bachelor's in?
Oh, social work.
Oh, social work. That makes sense. You have an issue with the employment office, because they haven't given you your benefits yet?
That is correct. Right. Yeah, you have great assessment skills.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've been trying to apply for these benefits, and they just hasn't been fast enough, I guess.
Oh, that's happened to me so many times. I understand.
Okay. But again, I just wanted to point out that you have great assessment skills. You seem to have it very quick.
Yeah, I can see when people have bad intentions, like the people at my school or my son's school. They mess with him all the time.
So they mess with your kids. Do you think that you could perform a little small task as I have, is creating a map of your social setting?
Yeah, I can do that.
Let me provide you some paper. You have a pen?
Can I use this pen?
You may.
Okay. Here you go.
Okay. So your son goes to Carson Elementary School. Okay. You're a real estate agent?
I am.
Do you enjoy that?
I do. I like working with people, so it's fun.
Okay, so you enjoy working with people. All right. Your mother, you all go to church every now and then. Your husband's an electrician?
He is.
Yes, okay.
He checks the real estate houses for me sometimes to keep it updated.
Oh.
That's how I met him, actually.
And I see a little area here about your son, DJ, was kicked out of school, and you're having a little tension with the school. Is that correct?
Yes, he got kicked out of school for supposedly saying that he had a gun, but we don't even own guns in our house, so I don't know how that's true. And then they suspended him, and I don't think that's fair. I think they're racist.
Okay, so is that why you came in today?
It is.
Okay, Could you tell me a little bit more?
Well, when my parents dropped him off at school, they made my mom go around the back. And they don't do that to any of the other parents. They just do it with her. That doesn't make sense to me, so I had to do something about it.
Okay, so if I'm correct, what I hear you saying is that AJ, there was, let me say, the school staff, you say maybe a little racist because how they treat your mother. And DJ was kicked out of school because he said something about a gun. He had to leave work, which cost
I did. Mm-hmm.
And that cost you a little bit of money.
Oh, yeah.
You missed out on. Okay. And you said another boy had hit AJ while he was on the bus, and he was only suspended for 1 day?
He was only suspended for 1 day.
That doesn't seem fair at all. And how did you deal with that?
Well, I went over there and cussed him out, of course.
Okay, so is it safe to say that the school's treatment of your son upsets you a bit?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, well, Ms. Brown, you mentioned a lot of things that are going on right now, and we have limited sessions. I think that was explained earlier in the paperwork you signed. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, not to rush, but could you tell me what would you like to see different about your current situation?
I want them to investigate BJ's situation, his story. They didn't even find a gun. I don't know why he had to get suspended. And also, I want him to treat my mom better when she drops him off at school. It's not fair.
All right, I really agree. I would like an investigation into whether my child said something about the gun. I mean, for my own personal reasons as well. But again, due to the time restraints, which one of these issues should we address first? And maybe how can we get past some of the difficulties you're experiencing?
Well, I tried cussing them out, but apparently it wasn't working very well, so maybe I need to try a different approach. And I'd like to handle my son's situation first, with them looking into the gun issue to investigate that more.
Okay, so you'd like to, how would you, I mean, again, go about doing that?
I want him to remove his suspension. Who can I talk to about that?
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Can you tell me a time when you were upset and but you didn't cuss anyone out?
Oh, my husband. I remember I went to counseling with him a long time ago, and they had us write these notes. And we text each other when we were getting upset, so we wouldn't say mean things to each other. I have a bad temper.
Yeah. Well, when you wrote it down, how did that work out for you?
It made me think about what I was saying more instead of just letting my anger speak at the moment. So it actually helped me gather my thoughts a lot.
And how did it make you feel, like, inside?
It made me feel a lot better because my husband started treating me better. He thought that I was crazy. But after, we practiced writing down our words, we actually get along pretty well now.
Oh, okay. Well, many people feel when they are in control of things, it gives them a little personal inside feeling. Do you mind if I make a suggestion?
Okay.
All right. Well, how about you write out, similar to how before your counseling, they said you and your husband should write it out. How about you possibly write out a letter or a note to the principal?
Okay, can I have a piece of paper?
Oh, sure. And just keep in mind, some people don't listen, even if, you try everything that you can, but just remember to stay in control, okay?
I've been there. Yes, I will think about that.
Okay. So do you want to go down to the school and go speak with them?
I think I'd rather call them and look at my notes while I do it.
You'd rather do that? Okay, sounds good to me. Let's do it, and remember, you are in control.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I use your phone?
You may, and I'll give you a little privacy. Give me just a moment.
Okay.
There you go, Mrs. Brown.
Thank you.
And I'll be right here if you need me.
Okay. Hello, may I speak with Mr. Green?
This is Mr. Green.
Mr. Green, this is Mrs. Brown, the mother of BJ, and I was calling primarily because BJ was suspended for telling a girl he would shoot her. We're not even gun owners. Did you know that? He was not suspended until the next day, so I'm wondering why. What type of investigation was held to suspend him the next day? And what can I do to prevent him from doing such acts to happen again?
Well, great question, Mrs. Brown. If you could please give me a minute to speak with my staff, and I'll see if I can get some more information about this situation.
Okay.
Hello, Mrs. Brown?
Yes.
Yes, from my understanding, it was reported that BJ did make that statement. He told the child, and the reason for the next day's suspension is because the child went home to tell the parent, and the parent came to the school yesterday, excuse me, and told my staff, and therefore it was determined that he should be suspended.
So what I hear you saying is, Mr. Green, any child can go home and tell their parents anything and you would just suspend them?
That's a great question, Mrs. Brown. As I recall this case, I was kind of busy that day, and I signed off, but I agree. A further investigation should have occurred. A child should not be suspended off of he say, she say. I want to apologize, and the least that I could do is remove the disciplinary accusations against BJ and remove the report from his files. And again, I really want to apologize. Is there anything else I can do to help you, Mrs. Brown?
I appreciate you doing that, Mr. Green. Well, I would like to make aware that when my mom drops off BJ, she's told to go around the building while the other parents are not. Could you look into that too?
I sure will, Mrs. Brown. I haven't been aware of parents being told around. Generally, they just go to the drop-off section. But I will look into that. And Ms. Brown, if I could ask, would you mind attending our parent-teacher conference next Monday? I think you would be a great asset to our school.
Yeah, I can be there.
Okay, great. We have a meeting 5:30 on Mondays, every first Monday of the month, and actually that's coming up. Can I count on you to be there?
Yes, I'll be there.
Okay, thank you again, Mrs. Brown, and I'm sorry.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh, Mrs. Brown, how did it work?
Oh, hi. I actually just got off the phone with Mr. Green. He works at the school. It went well. They're actually going to lift the suspension off. Well, at least until they investigate it more, because it doesn't make sense to suspend them without any evidence. And he even said he'll look into why my mother is being navigated to drop off BJ in the back of the school.
Wow, so one phone call.
Yeah,
Okay, you wrote that.
I did.
That's amazing. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good. accomplished. Like, I didn't think they were going to do anything about it.
You were amazing. You stayed in control. You got the report dismissed, and you're invited to be a part of the school. Do you see yourself using this type of technique in other areas of your life?
Yeah, I can use it when I'm getting upset. I can also use it like making a map to see a visual, like you helped me with earlier. That's a really good visual to assess my tension, and I can see problems before they arise. Even I was invited to go to student-parent meetings at the school, and I can even use that then to think about it before I speak out to the parents.
Right, exactly. And as I mentioned earlier, Mrs. Brown, this is our last session, and I want to thank you for the opportunity to work with you. It was a pleasure. My internship will be ending soon, so I will not be at the agency after this month. So I just want to provide you with some information that if you have any similar situations or you just need to sit down and speak with someone, again, we have individual, family, and group sessions. So Cindy, she actually works in this department for families, and she's amazing. She also works for Cindy. Okay. She's amazing. So keep that. And again, if you ever need our services, we're here for you. And I just have to congratulate you again. You've shown that you have control. I mean, you're a real estate agent. I mean, you have to speak with other people. But when you control your anger and you write things out, as many people do, you can identify when you're getting upset. Okay? So if nothing else, I want you to take that along with you. And when you feel yourself, sometimes we get a little tingly before we get upset. So if you happen to get that feeling, then please take the time, write it out, and speak with someone. Is there anything else that I can help you with today?
No, I'm just going to take everything you said today and really think about it in future things that happen. So thank you, and I want to congratulate you on your graduation coming up.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And I'll walk you out, but please don't forget to go to the parent-teachers meeting.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Sally, can I speak with Raina?
Yes, hold on. Hi, this is Raina.
Hello, Raina. My client is very happy with the outcome of our services, but I seen an opportunity to possibly collect data on children who may need services and prevent children from causing acts of violence. Basically, Mrs. Brown's son was suspended from school for allegedly saying something about a gun. No teacher has heard him say it, and actually he was just suspended the day before. Now, my concern is that other children may have been suspended unwarranted. They didn't provide a correct or a proper investigation. How do you feel about that? Is that something that's possible that I can investigate?
You know, I think that's a great opportunity to make a policy change in. I think it's ethical as long as you don't use clients' names. You know, that's a really good observation, and you should definitely look into that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go down to the school and maybe speak with the principal and maybe just inquire to see if this possibly happened before, and even if they can possibly make a change in their policies in order to, as you said, to make sure no child is subject to information that isn't warranted, and also give them an opportunity to maybe help a child that may be involved with guns, or again, maybe may present a threat to someone or one of the other children. So I just wanted to run that by you and get your permission. Thank you, and you have a great day.
Great work, Palak. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.